Alright friends, this is my SSG 3000. It's a great rifle. I love it to death. They're hard to get. They were imported by SIG. They quit importing them into the United States. But we can still get barrels for them in the United States. We can still get magazines for them in the United States. Parts are hard to get, so go by the book if you're going to be changing the barrels on these. But I just haven't seen a video of it. Kind of wanted to get this on for make this video. It's got this Vortex PST Viper. Wonderful scope. Right now it's got a benchmark 6.5 CREEDMOOR, and I'm going to change the barrel over to the original 308 barrel it came with. It was made in Germany. So there's a few things we want to do. Okay, want to make sure the barrel's clean and clear. You know, don't want to have any ammunition in there. And physically feel up in there, make sure there's nothing. You know, we release the magazine. Okay, now the safety on this rifle is right down here in the trigger. So when you get a trigger, when you're on target, you can just kick that safety up, make your shot, and then to remove the bolt, you push the safety down. Okay, now here's the good part. All right, we're going to remove this barrel. Now, it's got a barrel cap on the end that has a screw, which I've already removed. Okay, and that covers your two barrel lugs, and the two barrel lugs are basically the same as any other rifle. Okay. We loosen our barrel lug out, first one. Okay, now it has a sleeve on it. Okay, and there's a sleeve. It goes on like that. Set that aside. Get our rear receiver lugs. And so this is pretty much standard as any rifle. Okay, go by the torque specs when you're putting it back together. And the information in the books are still out on these. But I want to show you how easy it is to change calibers and barrels in these. Okay. So, once we got our two receiver lugs out, we're going to just flip this rifle over. And we're going to lift the barrel out of the receiver. Okay. Now, again, don't lose anything out of this rifle, because you're not going to replace it. I lost a screw on here, one of these screws, and because I didn't know enough about machining, I had to go to the machine shop and get one made. Now your magazine release sits here, and it's a button that pushes up, and that releases a magazine. This falls out every now and then, so don't lose any of the parts in there. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, we're going to remove the barrel from the receiver. I'm going to zoom in on this just a little bit here. Okay, now we got three Allen head screws here that we got to release. So we're going to release the tension. I've already loosened them. Okay, we're going to release the tension on all three of these. Okay, now that those are loose, we're going to try to wiggle our barrel out. And we might have to pull this piece that lines the barrel and this first screw completely out. This is your channel that your barrel slides into right here. Okay, So it comes out. Make sure these other two are good and loose. Okay. Now we have the barrel out. Now the good thing about these rifles is this extension, okay, you can reuse this extension. So if you want to get another barrel, don't worry about shooting your barrel out, because if you want another barrel, you can just use this extension and a gunsmith can machine one right into it, the barrel for you. Benchmark actually sells these barrels with the extensions on them, pre-cut, pre-everything, and that's what this one is, okay? Ready to go. And you can order your twist and your contours and everything from Benchmark. So that's the 6.5 barrel coming out. I'm going to set it aside here. And we're going to pull our 308 barrel. It came with a rifle in, okay? So now this is a 308. It came with the rifle, okay? It's a 1 in 12 twist. It's a heavy barrel, but there's that slot that we have to, again, line up inside the rifle, okay? So we're going to put our barrel right in with that lined facing down, right through that channel. And again, you might have to wiggle it a little bit. Okay. Now I'm going to give it a little push. Okay, you don't want to be beating on it with a hammer, but a couple light taps will make sure it's down. Okay. Back up here. Now we got to twist and align that barrel correctly so it goes onto that channel piece. Okay, so I lined up the channel now. I don't know if you can see that, but that channel's cut here. Let's see if we can get some light in there. In here, so that straight channel goes down. Okay, now I'm going to put our barrel lug tool in there, and I'm going to push the barrel down onto it. Make sure it gets in that channel. Okay, now you don't need a hammer or anything, and I know I'm not showing you exactly where it is that well, but it has to be snug and line the channel up. Okay, which I've done now. Okay, take our bolt. Now we're not going to bite down on these. We're going to have to use a torque wrench. Okay, and there's a certain order that they want you to torque it in. Okay, now definitely pull out your book again, or they have one online for the SSG 3000, and we're going to look at our torque specs to torque this barrel back into place. Okay. And it says, now, all right, fit in the barrel. Okay, do not use force when inserting the barrel into the magazine tube. Tighten the clamping screws until the spanner, which is Allen wrench, begins to flex a little bit, okay? These are tight enough, all right? Now, if a torque wrench is going to be used, you want it between 62 and 70 inch pounds and 71 inch pounds. So we pull out our torquing screwdriver. And this is a Wheeler torquing screwdriver. We bring this up. I'm going to bring it up to 65 pounds. Make sure I'm right again. But I think it says 61 to 75. Oh, 62 to 71. So I'm going to take this torque wrench up to 65 pounds. This torque screwdriver. And this is a fat wrench, but made by Wheeler. It's inch pounds worth of torque. Okay, now just because we've got their torque wrench ready, but it says where we should torque from again. Okay. And it wants us to torque it front, center, and rear. So the first one we're going to torque to our 60 pounds is the front. Three good clicks. Center. And rear. Okay, now we can replace our new barrel and action back into our rifle. Now, one of the problems we get when we're putting it back into the rifle is this barrel, this magazine release, is only set in there. It's got a set screw and a pin, and then when you push it up, it moves that magazine release out. But if it pushes up on this, it can free that magazine. You can lose parts all over. So basically what I like to do is, I'm going to try to do it on camera to show you where it is. I like to try to get that screw lined up in there first, that magazine release in the barrel first. Okay, and it's in. Okay. Now we're going to replace our action bolts. Okay, we're going to take the rear action. Now these also are on I'm also going to torque these down. Okay, but I'm going to get them in, snug them up. until I feel some pressure on it. Okay, that just barely tightened. Take the front one with the sleeve. Tighten it till I feel some pressure. Now I'm going to torque it to spec. And again, I go back to the book. Okay. And it says, we want to tighten these to 44 inch-pounds. Okay, I set my, again, my Wheeler fat wrench torquing screwdriver. Right there to 44 inch-pounds. Lay it on the side so you can see it. A little there, a little here, but they haven't clicked in yet. Okay, the front one's clicked at 44. Rear one's clicked in at 44. We're going to replace our butt cap. I'm not going to tighten that all the way down because I've got a little more things I'm going to play with here. And that's it. So now we have our no tension on that bolt. Now we have an assembled our SIG SSG 3000 now has a new 308, the original barrel, and 308 caliber on the rifle. Hey, thanks for watching.